Want to welcome everybody to the Stay Talking Ish podcast show. You know, I'm your host, Mr. Barksdale, with my right hand man.
Yeah, it's Gus again. Another week.
Yeah. And so today, Gus, I don't want to talk too much in regards to politics. I want to bring something down to like a personal level, you know, and I talked to a lot of people about this, and I also put a post up on it on Facebook for the people that follow me, just in regards to like transgressing against friends and, you know, transgressions that can be forgiven and repaired, and, you know, some transgressions that's beyond repair. And for me, I know I do have a number of transgressions that a friend could do to me, and we not friends no more. We can't fix it. We won't ever fix it. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Very sad.
I'm gonna be all the way honest. Like, you know, the lowest form of transgression a friend could do to me, and I probably would never repair that friendship, is stealing.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? And it's one thing to steal from me while my eyes is open. You know, we somewhere and I leave some money somewhere and I'm not paying attention to it, and you steal it. It's another thing to where if I am totally vulnerable in a situation, like I leave you in my crib so I could go somewhere, and then I come back and something that's valuable to me is missing. You understand what I'm saying? And I know it didn't just grow legs and run away. People Mac card, $100 bills. It's funny how those things like just get tired of belonging to you sometimes and be like, yo, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this guy not taking me to the store. He ain't busting at me. He ain't swiping me through the machine no more. I'm out. I need a new owner to swipe me through the Mac machine. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you had one of them rush cards. Rush cards is kind of hood with it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see a rush hood, like a rush card, like, yo, my G, like, I'm tired of being in this dude pocket. Like, you know, he just leave me on the counter all out in the open. Like, no, as soon as he leave out this crib, I'm running. You know what I'm saying? So I can't condone, and I cannot co-sign and be a part of transgressions like that.
Yeah, so just to make sure, you know, Mac cards or ATM cards, because Mac cards is kind of predating any, you know, most people. But so basically, money just doesn't get up and walk away. ATM cards don't get up and walk away. Rush cards do have the possibility to say, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out.
And you know, if you grew
you ain't
up,
put no money in me for a minute.
No, and if you grew up listening to Nas, you know that guns got their own brain too. Like, guns be like, yo, I'm not shooting this one. I'm going to jam. And, you know, I wish I had a new owner. I'm out of here. Like, I can't condone stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, just personally speaking about myself, you know what I'm saying? Well, really not about myself, but a friend of mine that I know that kind of went through a situation where, you know what I'm saying, he put his guard down and trusted. And when he returned back to his home, some valuable items was just tired of belonging to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy because, you know, you would hope somebody that, you know, that you would leave inside your house by themselves, you know, you have a certain amount of trust with that person.
Yeah.
And it's probably not even, well, depending on how valuable the stuff is, might not be about the valuables. It's about breaking that trust.
For me, if you my mans and I leave you in my crib by yourself and you stole anything, I don't care if it was the most invaluable item in the world. If it was so invaluable, you could have asked. And you know, I'd have been like, you got it.
Yeah, I think that's the worst, when people steal stuff you would have gave it to them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we live in a technical age, man, you know, and in New York, to rob somebody for a cell phone is a larceny charge. You know, to rob somebody for electronics in New York, they're going to charge you with larceny. It's a larceny 4 charge.
Well, I mean, a lot of cell phones, they worth like 700-800 nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. So you talking about technological things that's connected to cell phones like iPads and the watch, the phone watch and things like that. These things that if you took from somebody you didn't know, they criminal offenses. To take these things, to take items like that from a friend of yours is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even really want to dwell on that. I just think that transgressions like that is irreparable.
I remember when I was younger, it was funny because a lot of times you have a group of friends, and you always had a couple shady ones. Like I had a friend back in the day. Everything was cool with him except for the fact you didn't want to leave him in your room by yourself with a couple dollars on your dresser.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, he was cool. But now that I'm older, I mean, honestly, it takes too much energy to be worrying about trusting somebody.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest problem. It's like, I mean, I'm too old to be worried about if you're going to steal something. If you're going to steal from me, just punch me in the face and just take it. I mean, at least I know.
And then we have motive to end the friendship. You understand what I'm saying? If you punch me in the face and take something of mine, first of all, you're going to have to kick my ass all the way because we gonna go through something. I'm not just going to take that L like that. I'm going to take a full L. I'm not going to take 1/4 of an L. To get punched in the mouth and something taken from you, that's a part of an L. You got to take the whole L so that when it's gone and everything's said and done, then you like, yo, I did everything I could possibly do to get my things back, and I lost.
I think I would respect that more than you sneaking and taking my stuff. If you say, look, Gus, I see the money on your dresser.
Yeah.
Either you can give it up or I'm going to punch you in the mouth and then I'm going to take it. At least I have an opportunity.
Yes, to defend my things. To defend.
It's a little bit more manly,
Yeah.
It's like survival of the fittest.
Yes.
You have given me a chance to defend myself.
Yes.
And I lost so that I am not the fittest.
Yes.
So therefore you can go take the money.
Yeah, but just know that we not cool no more. And when I see you again, I'm going to be more prepared just to get the W back. It ain't even about the item at that point. It's about I took a L and you took my money. So now we got to go again because I need the W. And I'm going to make sure that whatever that money was worth, whatever that item was worth, I took it out your ass.
And you don't need to take that time and energy to wonder, yo, who took my money?
Yep.
Who helped take my money?
Yep.
Like, I was there when he looked me in my face.
And took it.
And punched me in my eye.
And took my money.
So I understand where this guy's at.
Yeah.
Where he's coming from.
Yep.
Now, if I decide to continue being friends with somebody who's going to punch me in the mouth, then, then I just be that dude that's friends with.
Then I'm just a dummy. Like, it's one thing when you growing up with homies, you young and, you and your homie get into an argument about it, whatever, and then y'all need to knuckle it out and then go be friends later. It's a whole thing when we adults and you stealing from adults. I'm sorry, I can't repair that. Even with the ladies, you got ladies where, their homegirls has transgressed against them, regarding gossip or regarding interactions with another female's spouse or just steal, because women steal from women too, in our women audience. Can you forgive that transgression? Have you forgiven that transgression? And if you have forgiven that transgression, how do you? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm just one of those people where certain things is honorable to me and certain things is not honorable. And if I let you in my home and you steal from me, and I listen, I don't care if, like I said, if it's a group of people, if it was 2 or 3 people, and everybody's saying they don't know who did it, but the item came up missing. Me personally, I'm putting space between me and everybody that was in my home when my item came up missing. Yeah. Only because I don't know who to trust at that point. And it could be the same person who's telling me that the other person did it who actually did it. You understand what I'm saying? And it could be the same person who is like, yo, I ain't really have nothing to do with it. And they was the person who watched it happen. If you was there and you watched 2 people steal from me and you don't even have the decency to tell them to stop or tell me they stole from me, you just as guilty as them.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. So when I think about those transgressions, bro, I can't forgive those transgressions. So let me ask you this, Gus. What about the transgression of like a homeboy trying to holler at your girl, or just speaking from a female perspective, even though obviously I'm not a female, but for the ladies out there, if female friend tried to holler at your dude, and your dude comes and tells you about it, or you just find out from somebody who witnessed it, or whatever the case may be, like how do you forgive that transgression, if you can?
Honestly, the people who are close to me understand. If somebody's my girl, it means something to me. Mm-hmm. I was never one of them dudes, I'm married now, but I was never one of them dudes that every chick that I mess with is my girl.
Yeah.
So if I say this is my girl, you is my homie, like I'm feeling some type of way about this chick. Yeah. So if you holler at her unprovoked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some chicks are slimy, but unprovoked, holler at the chick.
Or provoked. Not to cut across you, but or provoked. If you my homeboy and my chick try to throw you the draws, I expect you to be my homeboy and be like, nah, I ain't doing nothing, and I'm telling my man, because if she bold enough to holler at somebody close to me, you could almost guess what she's doing with the guys I don't know.
Yeah, so I feel you. But to finish what I was saying is, as you and my homie, and you hollering at my chick, if she did do something, you understand that my homie that would hurt me. And so basically you ain't got no problem. It's not even about the chick at this point. It's about you, my homie. I chill with you and you have no problem hurting me. And on top of that, it's way too many chicks in this world. So you a nut dude. Because out of the billions of women in this world, you decide to holler at my chick.
At mine.
It's going to hurt me.
Yes.
Why can't you holler at the other chick?
Why can't you holler at her friend? Why can't you holler at her little sister or her big sister? Why does it have to be my exact one? You know what I'm saying?
All these other chicks.
Yeah, and you right. And I gotta be all the way. Just being honest. I know with you feel like every girl you deal with ain't your girl. You're not, or in your previous life. But for me, anybody who know Mr. Barksdale, if I'm single and I'm dealing with a plethora of females, they're all my females. All of them. I don't care if it's 10. They're mine. You, my homie, leave mine alone.
I mean,
all 10 of them.
I can't support you on that one. I really can't support you. And it's because that's just greedy.
It's not greedy.
I apologize because I'm a married individual now. But if you got 10 chicks, there's a percentage of hoes within this group of 10. If you're dealing with 10 women, the hoes is for everybody. You cannot bar your homies.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Because stop. This is why I can bar them. Right? If you deal with your lady, and your lady could be an undercover hoe behind your back, and you don't know, right? That's still your lady, because as far as you know, she's not doing anything behind your back. Meanwhile, in her own neighborhood or across town or through the social media and her DMs, and it do go down in the DM, Yo Gotti was right. She could be out here doing whatever. If you never know, that's still your lady, and she's still off limits from the homies, correct?
Yeah, but you got 10 of them.
Okay, so if I got 10 of them, I don't care if out of 10, 9.5 of them is hoes. I don't care. If she is tending to my sexual needs, I'm tending to her sexual needs. I actually spend time with this woman, like go places with her and things like that.
But you doing it with 10 of them?
Yeah.
Well, your game's fucked up.
No.
You can't take all
I'm
10
single.
out.
I'm single. If I'm single, I can live that life how I choose to. If
you get one.
No, I get all 10. If you look at the ratio right now, the ratio is like 10 women to 1 man, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to look that up.
Yeah, you can look it up. The ratio is like 10 to 1.
But it's in this area. You have to.
Okay.
It depends on the population.
We could go No, in the world. But even if we looked straight at the area where we record out of, and you talking about Jersey, New York, Philly, Delaware, Baltimore, all of that. If we rounded up the ratio, it would still be about 10-1. So
But
now,
no, it's 10-1.
all right, so let me finish my math. But
your math is off. Hold on.
No,
okay. 10-1. Mm-hmm. You got to take 4 because at least 4 off the top you won't even knock off. So you bring it down to 6-1.
No, I can't say that because for real, let's just be all the way real. If you single, dudes out here ain't really got no picks, and I don't even want to go all off topic.
All right, keep
but
going,
you feel what I'm saying? But dudes ain't got no picks. So if it's 10 of them, you might got 1, 2, 8 and up, and everything else is flirting that line of disastrous and destruction.
I'd rather have 2 5s than 1 10.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's just keep this all the way real. So if I got and I just want to finish my math up. So now if you exclude, if they say out of 10 African American males, at least 3 of us is incarcerated.
It does help.
So that frees up another 30. You understand what I'm saying? Then you talking about out of 10 African American males, at least 2.5 don't even like women. So then that just freed up another 25.
I mean, just keep going.
Okay.
Man, your math is all screwed up, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it.
So really, at the end of the day, for educated heterosexual African American men, the ratio is really 40-1. So if you just take your quarter of the 40, you're not doing wrong. And all I'm saying is this: if I got my 10 and my homies know that this is my 10,
no, because your homies can't keep track of 10.
My homies have met all 10.
Yo, you get a wife and a side chick. Anyone else, you're just being greedy.
I'm single. I don't have a wife, so I get.
No, you got the bottom bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean bitch in a bad way. Mm-hmm. You have number 1. Mm-hmm. You got the Steph Curry of the team. Mm-hmm. You got the LeBron of the team. Mm-hmm. You either get a Kyrie Irving or who's the other dude on the Warriors? You get
forget that. See,
you get Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
When I'm trying to win my championship.
You cannot have Horace Grant, too.
That's all I'm saying. When I'm trying to win my championship, I need to win my championship like the Detroit Pistons. No one's a leading scorer, and we need the whole roster to contribute.
So you try to keep all 54 players and the practice squad. See, practice, you can get any team can pick up anybody off your practice squad. If you don't put them on the main team.
If they on my practice squad, someone has to talk to me through waivers for me to waive them, and then you can sign them to your active roster. But they're still on my practice squad. So just to spin it all back to where we at.
Because this turned into like a whole episode by itself.
Yeah. But to bring it all back to where we at,
if a guy hollers
if one of my friends holler at my 10, I have an issue with that. Because you have your 10 to choose from. Leave my stable alone.
What if I don't have 10?
Well, then we need to get you out more so that you can recruit your 10. But don't mess with my 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what if like I can't? Come on, you gotta let me borrow the 8 or 9.
No,
I mean I'm just saying.
No, selfish Barksdale. You can't have any of my 10.
Let's just take it back.
Okay.
The hollering at your girl.
Okay.
If you holler at my girl, I have a problem with that.
A serious problem.
Because then I can't trust you.
No, not at all.
Then if you in my crib, like, well, now you can't come in my crib. You can't even stop by my crib because it's without calling. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if we can be homies anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
I got to keep track.
I got to think that. See, my thing is, even if I got 10 and they my 10, right?
Let's go with 1.
Oh, okay, even my 1.
Okay,
and you want to holler at my wifey. That makes me think that you are jealous of me. And you want what I have. And if you want what I have, that's a problem for me. If you want something like I got, or you want a relationship like I have a relationship, then that's different. But if you want what I have and what I earned and what I put my time in, and when you with wifey, You done courted wifey. You done. It's almost like graduating from high school when you get a wifey. Like, you done went through all the stages with this woman to get this woman around your finger the way you want her.
At the last minute, they say you need some more credits.
You feel what I'm saying? You like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Extra credit.
And here come my man who knows what I went through to get this woman.
You trying to skip over all that hard
And you
work.
trying to skip over all of that because you know her and you've met her and y'all have some sort of a friendship through me. You're trying to circumvent that whole process and get what I had to earn. That to me, that's just being a snake. You know, it's some transgressions I can forgive, like pillow talking. I can forgive pillow talking. That's a minor offense on the transgression list. And I don't even want to call it pillow talking, but like you might got a homie who can't hold water. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we have our men discussions, whether it's in the barbershop, whether it's in the crib over beer and libations, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's on the block over, you know, for the ones who do it, smoking marijuana, libations, and conversation on a nice day. You speaking with your homies, it's a level of trust there. You thinking that things that you speak about in that circle with your homies won't never get leaked to the outside world. And when those things happen, and then it comes back to bite you in the ass, whether it was you came to the homies and told them about the new chick that you done knocked off and everybody knows who this chick is and you like, yo, word is born. I just, you know what I mean? Da 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 da. And then you got the homie that runs to her friends like, yeah, yo, my homeboy just knocked your homegirl off. La 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 la.
See, that's not pillow talk. That's just
that's
talking.
Yeah,
it's
just running your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And then that comes back and now this new chick that you done knocked off and you were so happy to have had that experience, you might not get a part 3 or 4 to that because the homie done ran his mouth and now shorty mad that her business in the street. You understand what I'm saying? I can forgive that transgression, but yo, I'm real hot with you right now, homeboy, for running your mouth.
So I have to throw this out there when it comes to pillow talk. Mm-hmm. And I just want to throw this out there as a caution to guys who have friends that are married. Mm-hmm. As a married man, there comes a point in time when you have to divulge stuff to your wife.
Yes.
You can lie. You can try to
spin.
You try to spin stuff.
Yeah.
But it comes a time where you have to pick or choose between your homie and the person you live with. Mm-hmm. So, to these guys, and you have a married friend, when you tell this guy something, you have to understand it might be a possibility that the wife finds out. Mm-hmm. Now, the caveat is the husband has to have enough hold or an understanding with his wife that she won't go and say anything. Because I'll be honest with you, there's a couple times where I've told my wife some things, but she's not going to tell anybody. And I also make it a point, and this is guy code.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to get all the wives together.
Listen. Let me listen. You know that's
supposed to get like all the wives
and that's a whole nother together. That's a whole nother segment. But I'm gonna be all the way real. You know, I know a guy that's you know, he's a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? And you know him and all his friends. They had this little SWAT thing, like the Secret Wives Association team. You know what I'm saying? Where like they would get together and the wives would get together and the girlfriends knew all the girlfriends' numbers and the girlfriends had good bonds with the girlfriends. And let me just tell you how that's a big clusterfuck. Because if you one of those boyfriends / husbands who go out here in these streets and you still gotta have a couple concubines and the homies know you got concubines and you do retarded shit like bring the concubines out and one of the Secret Wives Association team sees this concubine and knows you have a girlfriend or a wife, you understand what I'm saying? Then the next thing you know, SWAT has been informed of your transgression. And you can't blame nobody else but yourself, man. You understand what I'm saying?
When it comes to transgressions, pillow talk, you cannot put your man in a position where your lie could possibly mess up his happy house.
That's right.
So that's all I'm saying.
But that transgression is forgivable, in my opinion, the first time it happens with a conversation.
Yeah.
The second time that transgression happens, it can be forgiven with a fist fight. The last time that transgression happens, then we need to end this friendship. If I can't talk around my homies and be myself around my homies, then apparently you're not my homie.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? We got the divulging information. We have transgression romantically against your man with another woman.
Let's talk about lies for a second.
Yeah, let's talk about lies.
I think within the male culture, there's a lot of acceptable lies.
Yes. I will agree that there is acceptable lies. Like if you knocked off Precious, and first of all, let's keep it all the way real. If this is your man, you know what type time your man is on. You know if it's a strong possibility that he'll knock Precious off.
And I mean, that's okay. We get to make fun of you. I mean,
yeah, but
it's going to be funny for a long time.
If you lie to me about knocking off Precious, I can understand why. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I am the asshole friend that will never let you hear the end of knocking off Precious. I'm going to grind you up whenever the subject comes up of, chicks that we are exploring our domination with. You understand what I'm saying?
And you, as a friend, you need to accept
because you did it and you had no problem did it. Like, I keep it a bean. Like, if I knock Precious off, yo.
Until we die, we make Precious jokes forever.
But listen, I could deal with knocking Precious off and telling the homies like, "Hey, yo, remember the big not so attractive chick that was at the event? Like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I took her home and I beat it down."
Man, as a man, you kind of understand. There comes a point in time where
and I'm gonna take this to the ladies too. Like, ladies, I know y'all got a squad of girls, and it's always the girl who lies about what she did with men, and then you find out, and can you forgive that transgression? Can you forgive the overly promiscuous woman that's in your squad that lies on who she has had interactions with sexually, and then the truth comes out and it makes your whole squad look like y'all gallivant with your sexuality, you know what I'm saying, in y'all bodies? Can you forgive that transgression? Is that a transgression to y'all? For men, is the equivalent to that is the man who gets none, but he always lies on his genitalia that he's out here getting it in. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, for a man, that doesn't bother me, other than I get tired of hearing your fake stories.
I can't lie. It bothers me that you would lie on your penis, and I'm gonna tell you how that comes back on the whole squad. So if you got that one squadian who lies on his sexual conquest, what happens when somewhere down the line you want to holler at one of her homegirls, but the homegirls already know that your man done lied on her homegirl? They think we all liars.
So you just messing up the whole squad.
Just messed up the whole squad. Just like if you got that friend who for real doesn't protect himself well, and he's one of the young guys that's running around here giving these chicks STDs. Look, bro, when you do that, her whole squad looks at our whole squad like we STD balls.
See, I knew one of them dudes, and I like the fact he used to tell me all the chicks he knocked off because I had to write it down, make sure I never wanted to.
But honestly, that goes back to the transgression of what I was saying. If I got my 10, don't holler at my 10. Because what if I'm the vicious STD boy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to go knock off one of my 10 and you going to get a pleasant surprise. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to need some cream for that.
Yeah, you're going to need that 7-day drink for that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know which one that is.
you know, that's for, you know, you got to read up on your STDs, bro. I need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
So we're getting a long time on this podcast right now, but I do want to touch on one thing. Mm-hmm. And it's one thing that women always talk about, that unlike women, men cannot get over being cheated on.
As a person that has experienced that in life, if a woman cheats on me and you went and you gave all that sweet loving that I adore, you know what I'm saying? All that sweet loving, you know, I'm putting my face in places, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting my unprotected penis in places, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cherishing your body. And you went and gave your body to another man, I cannot forgive that transgression. Ever. We will never be a couple again.
So, like, if you put your face in places, it's the same thing as being like, yo, homie, can you move your penis over real quick while I go eat this?
I mean, that, on the real, for the ladies that's listening, that's how we look at it. Like, you know, I'll say this, you know what I'm saying, not to go too far off topic, but, you know, I have a friend who was in a lasting sexual fling with a married woman. You understand what I'm saying? And so, you know that she's never bringing her body to you untainted. She sleeps with this man every night. You understand what I'm saying? And so you don't never want to be the man to be so naive that you believe that even while this married woman and her husband are going through whatever they're going through that has even given you the opportunity to be with her, you never want to believe in your lifetime that he's still not having sex with her. You understand what I'm saying? So the transgression and all of that, I will say it lies on the dude that's sleeping with the married woman, but then it also lies with the married woman, because most married women don't know how to have casual sex. They only know how to have sex like a wife. So certain things that she does for her husband, she's doing for the side joker, and then coming back to her husband to do those same things. If I'm a husband and that happened to me, I get the for better or worse thing, but I'm thinking about how you have sex with me, and best believe if you're a woman that my wife and you have sex with me, it's getting real freaky when the evening's over. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm going to make it real easy.
Yeah.
I look at it like a pair of drawers. Mm-hmm. If you don't know where you bought this pack of drawers, right? Yeah. You don't know where they came from. Mm-hmm. They could have been made in China. You know, they could have been on the factory floor. Yeah. But when you received them, you washed them before you put them on. Mm-hmm. Now it's your drawers.
Mine.
They're comfortable drawers.
My drawers.
You wear them to work. It feels safe.
Yes.
You know, when you have these drawers.
Comfortability.
On, you know, the nice Fruit of the Loom ones, not the cheap ones. You know,
no.
They got like this, t-shirt material.
Yeah.
Real nice. Nice.
Yeah.
You wash the drawers.
Yes.
When you don't have the drawers on, they're in your drawer.
Yes.
You know they're safe.
And you know that sooner or later this week we're going to get to those clean drawers.
I mean, they're you open up the drawer.
Yeah.
You don't wear them that day,
yeah.
but you see them there.
Yeah.
You close the drawer.
Yeah.
You know while you're at work,
yeah.
the drawers are still there nice and safe.
Yes.
So one day you find out someone else been wearing your drawers.
Yeah, and putting them back. You gotta add putting them back.
So basically, you don't know what it, someone else's nuts been in your drawers. Mm-hmm.
Someone's possible pubic lice genitalia has been in your drawers.
And I'm sorry, I'm not. Okay, I'm kind of equating a vagina to some drawers. But, you got to understand. This how I feel. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not wearing those draws again after I find out someone's been wearing
Well, that's where you're wrong, Gus. That's where you're wrong.
I can't wear the draws anymore.
Let me tell you.
You can have the draws.
No, he can't. Listen.
You can keep the draws.
Listen, let me tell you something, right? He can clean the draws. He can have the bond with the draws. But if them draws ever creep back around, I'm gonna put the draws back on. Though. Like, let's keep it all the way real.
No,
I'm keeping it all the way.
You know what I'm going to do?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not wearing the draws, and just to make it worse, I'm gonna go get the expensive polo draws.
See me,
and I'm gonna wear them around.
I'm going to get
and show those fucking Hanes.
Yeah, I'm going to get.
This could have been you.
I'm going to get the expensive polo draws, but anytime those draws is in my vicinity, I'm gonna wear them out. But then I'm
gonna abuse them draws.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah. I mean, let's keep it. We men, let's keep it all the way real. Yes, we're sensitive at times, and that's why these transgressions that we speak about end bonds. They end bonds of fellowship with men that we considered our brothers. Because no, women, y'all not the only sensitive ones in this man woman thing.
I'm not sensitive. I'm not, hardcore.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hardcore too. I'll punch in their mouth. But in the same token, I'm a man. I've had my heart broken. I know what it's like to be transgressed upon by a woman that you gave all your trust to. You understand what I'm saying? And as much as it hurt, the transgression hurt, the thing that really hurt the worst was ending the bond. Yeah. Because you have to end the bond. We cannot move forward because I'm a trusted man. So I give, it's like with my homies. My homie, I give you the freedom to go out here and feed me any bullshit you want to feed me. Until I find out the ingredients of the bullshit.
Like then, you can even spice it up, exaggerate a little bit.
Listen,
that's allowable.
That's what I'm saying, because if you're a man who don't trust, that's a character flaw in you. If you're a man who don't love, that's a character flaw in you. If you're a man who can't forgive and you're a man who hold grudges, that's a character flaw in you. Now, I'm not saying that, you transgress against me, I'm going to end the friendship and I still have a grudge. No, bro, I forgive you. When I see you, I don't have no hate or malice towards you. But when it come time to you wanting to kick it, it come time to you want to come over my crib, you want to be homies like we was. Nah, bro, we lost that. But we ain't got to fight every time we see each other. Mm-hmm. And that's to me, that's the difference between real men and not so real men. I got another term for them, but I'm not going to say it on this podcast. Matter of fact, I will say that's the difference between real men and bitch boys. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You remember we did our segment on that, on bitch boys and fuck boys. That's the difference between a real man and a bitch boy and a fuck boy. A real man can forgive the transgression, but he will also not allow himself to be transgressed by that person in that manner again.
Yeah, I do skip over that part in the Lord's Prayer every once in a while. Yeah, forgive those who transgress. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I skip over that part.
But remember the first line before it even gets to that. Forgive us for our transgressions. You understand what I'm saying? As we forgive those who transgressed upon us. You understand what I'm saying? And for any religion, and I ain't even getting into religion, forget that. But when you hear that, that means a lot, because how could you ever ask to be forgiven
if you don't forgive?
If you can't forgive. So that's a real man lesson that we want y'all to learn today. With the transgressions thing, like I said before, Gus, man, lying, stealing, cheating, scheming on what I got. You understand what I'm saying? That's a problem for me, especially if me and you my man. If you Joe Schmo any Bo and you steal from me, we still gonna get our issue. Mm-hmm. But homeboy, you wasn't my man to begin with, so part of it's my fault for ever even thinking that that you would not be a snake. So you know, Gus, man, I think it's time to wrap this up. You know, for everybody listening, you know, we appreciate y'all listening. You know, give us some feedback on the post. Let us know what you think. I know transgressions against friends is something that we all deal with every day. You know, let's talk about it. We respond to the Facebook post. We respond to the SoundCloud post. We respond to the Instagram post and everything and YouTube. So give us your feedback. Give us your thoughts. You know, thanks for listening. Once again, this is Mr. Barksdale.
This is Gus. Holla at us at staytalkingish.com.
That's right.
At staytalkingish Instagram.
That's right.
And Twitter.
That's right.
And we got something else. I don't even know.
And on Facebook, the Stay Talking Ish page on Facebook, and the Stay Talking Ish page with the outtakes and the funny bloopers and everything on YouTube. Holla at us, man. You know, make sure y'all like the page, give us the likes, give us the comments. You know.
We on TuneIn Radio now. You can search for Stay Talking Ish. Coming to iTunes very soon. All right, holla at y'all later.
Peace.